Cloud here. Today I just got my DS working. It's been past 30 minutes that I've actually got my Nintendo ID back on for this DS. Of course, people are dumb enough. It's through system transfer that you can transfer your ID to another DS. And here's the thing of why I'm doing this video. This finally started working after a whole 7 days of me having to use my niece's 3DS because I was not careful with mine. I had waterlogged this 7 days ago. Took me 2 days to remember. It took a day to dry it out by putting it out in the sun in my backyard. I don't know how, just nobody realized I had it out there. So I was lucky enough to have it working again. And here's the proof. It works. This top screen and the bottom screen are no longer flickering on and off. And you see the background is working. The top screen is working. It was like, how do I say this? The top screen, after I turned it off initially the first time and then turned it back on, the whole entire top screen was pitch black. The bottom screen was flickering on and off. The bottom screen was flickering on and off. But initially when it first started flickering on and off, both screens were flickering. But when it was trying to basically stop working, both screens were flickering on and off. Basically almost like if it was being demagnetized. All the small lights that create the screen were basically like flickering on and off. And I was pretty much getting frustrated and pissed off because of this. But as you can see, it's working. It's working. It's working. Can do this. Controls are working. D-pad's working. D-pad's working. These buttons are working. See that? It's working. So, I'm glad it works. I'm glad. Sad thing is, now that it's working again, it's water damaged. And it has a good actual break in the back covering of the battery. Of where the battery goes, the back covering up here, where the screw is at, is basically busted. Like the plastic covering here is busted. I can actually feel that it's cracked, and I think you can see it from right there. You should see it. It's right there, right there. And if you didn't notice, I actually basically stripped the screw because it was so hard to get this thing off. Because I had taken the battery out just in case. I took out the SD card again just in case. And yeah, first attempt of me trying to get the battery and the SD card out was a complete and total loss for me because it's cracked. It cracked the right around. It cracked from the little divot where the screw is down and out of it to where it is now. Basically right there. Right there. And that's after 2 attempts to opening the back. The first attempt was me opening it to get the battery and the SD card out. The second attempt was me putting the battery and the SD card back in. After I had used my niece's DS for over 7 days. And me being the impatient one, I was actually trying to figure out if I could get my Nintendo ID back into my 3DS. Yeah, checking it again and again doesn't make it go faster. I was waiting for a while. It felt like more than a week. It felt like 2. It felt like 2 weeks since I actually used my DS. Now that I have my DS back, I'm pretty happy. That's what I can say. I'm pretty happy. Even though I don't show it, I am pretty happy. But also, I'm pretty sad because the water damage this has now, plus that broken part you saw, makes this worth $5 to $10. And it's red flagged. I've actually checked. They do red flag it if it's broken. Or waterlogged. Or any type of water damage. Or soda, whatever you're drinking at the moment that you damage your DS with the contents of your drink. Yeah, it waterlogs it and basically destroys the inside. I almost wasted a good $300 actually. Not 500, 300. Because I bought two 3DSs. It was 500. It was 500 for both. So now that my 3DS is working, I'm happy. I'm happy that it's working. I'm happy because this 3DS has actually been through quite a bit. I mean, may not have as many scratches as a DSi or a Nintendo DS, a regular Nintendo DS, like the ones from back in 2006, 2007 maybe? The DSi came around 2006, 2007 I think. And the one before that, the big bulky 3DS, the big bulky DS that people had, that had a cartridge, that had a huge cartridge that can go right here, and the chip, this chip, or a chip smaller than this, that goes in here. This chip is I already have my game in there. That chip used to go up here on the other 3DS. Like, it was so bulky that the battery was over here, or at least I think it was here. Or it was over here, where it is still today on many 3DSs. And this slot was actually up over here for the big bulky DS that people used to have. But now, it's only the chip. It's only a chip. It's only a bit chip. Basically a card, basically almost like a memory card type thing. Basically almost like a memory card type thing that is entered into the slot where it used to be going up here. So So I'm happy about this DS, but it's working. But now, this $5-10 on the market if I were to sell it, which I'm not. So if you try and contact me through this through my video saying I want your DS, I'll pay for your DS, full price of what you bought it for. I am not going to sell this DS. I'm telling you that now. I'm not selling this DS. I mean, just because it's back from the dead, basically, I'm not selling it. If you think I'm going to sell it, you can stop trying. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to sell it to you, or any of your buddies, or anyone trying to buy it something on freaking YouTube. Because one thing's for certain, YouTube don't like that. YouTube doesn't like it. I know that YouTube allows advertisements, but I know YouTube doesn't allow self-promotion of selling by much, but they don't really care because no one's reporting the people that are selling. So what I am going to say is my number one rule for things like this, I will not sell my own personal things. Because I bought that DS. I bought that one out of pocket. I bought that one money out of pocket. Money out of pocket. By money out of pocket, I mean through my bank account. Through my bank. I bought that. Military pay. Through my payment from the military, I bought that. Think I'm going to do something to waste the military's money? No. Because this, I basically wasted it on myself. I'm sad. I basically threw away the military, my former employer's money. Because I'm no longer military. I basically wasted my former employer's money. You know how bad that feels. Basically wasting your employer's money on something that basically now has no worth. So yeah, this is Fox McCloud and I'm signing off.